At the time I was living in New York City, my room was literally a bed, a desk, and then I would stack cardboard boxes like up to the ceiling just with clothes. And at one point I was just like, I can't live like this anymore. Like, I'm so embarrassed to have people come over. Like, this is just not okay. So that's when I found Amazon.
It's just important because like everyone in this community, or at least most of the people, have an abundance mentality, and realizing that the Amazon game and reselling is just like so big and there's plenty of room for everyone to be successful, so we can all help each other out.
Being in the right mindset to meet the right connections that can help you along and growing and not making the mistakes and so on and so forth.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back to another edition of the Doughboys podcast. I'm your host, Flipping It with Cisco, and today I am joined by some lovely people, and we have a very, very special guest. She is an Amazon reseller, a reseller, and a social media personality that goes by Arb House, or also known as Isabelle. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming. So yeah, if you can just give us like a quick like synopsis of, what you do, how you got started, and how it's all going.
Yeah, so my Amazon journey has been a slow one, I feel like. So I started off right after graduating college, just getting really into reselling, but mostly on eBay and Poshmark and all that. So I did that for about 2 years. And I don't know if any of you have done eBay reselling before, but
no, but I've done Poshmark.
Oh, okay, you have. So
I tried Poshmark. I never made a sale.
Oh, really?
Never?
Never.
See,
That's
the thing
honestly
with Poshmark, Poshmark, like they trickle in randomly at the time that you probably like put like a pair of shoes on Poshmark, and then it's been like 2 months, and so you're like, oh, no one's gonna buy this, and you put it somewhere in storage, and then 3 weeks later you get a ding on your phone, and then you have to dig it up and ship it out.
That's how it always goes.
That's Poshmark.
But you have to store all of your inventory, unlike FBA, right? So at the time I was living in New York City. So my room was literally a bed, a desk, and then I would stack cardboard boxes like up to the ceiling just with clothes. And at one point I was just like, I can't live like this anymore. Like, I'm so embarrassed to have people come over. Like, this is just not okay. So that's when I found Amazon. And at first I didn't really take it that seriously. I was mostly just trying to take some of my Poshmark inventory and sell it on Amazon wherever I could like find a existing listing. So it wasn't really until this year when I just like fully committed, like completely trying to liquidate my Poshmark and eBay clothes to go into Amazon. So hopefully that answers your question.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so what's like the biggest difference that you've seen between Poshmark and Amazon?
Oh my God, there's so many differences. I mean, the concept is the same, right? Like, we're still flipping items, but the way that you have to think about like what is a good buy is just, it's totally different. Like, I used to be looking for like really scarce items, like maybe vintage items, whatever. And I would be willing to like hold out for a particular buyer. And now with Amazon, it's all about like volume. It's all about sell-through rate. So it's like totally different. And I don't have to store any inventory. So that's the biggest difference.
You don't have to be embarrassed when people come over.
Yeah. My quality of life has like skyrocketed.
So how did you originally find out about Amazon, and what made you want to pivot into that platform?
I think I just started to see it like on YouTube or just like on Instagram, heard people talking about it. And I thought,
the algorithm hit you.
Yes, the algorithm hit me. Like, I started to think, well, I'm doing basically the same thing. Like, why not just give it a try? And I was so desperate to just not be storing things anymore that's what really just motivated me to give it a go.
So it's FBA that you're interested in?
Yes, I do all FBA, which I know a lot of people will disagree with, and they love FBM. But for me, it's like a lifestyle thing. I cannot and I will not do FBM. Like I'm committed to doing all FBA, all prep center. Like I don't want to touch anything anymore.
You have a prep center?
Yes, I do have a prep center.
Okay. So you're.
It's not called Alpha Prep because Alpha Prep doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's
Rest
not
in peace, Alpha Prep.
I would know because we
I
were
would
piling
totally
boxes
hire you
to the
guys.
ceiling at Alpha Prep. So you're doing FBA. Are you doing more RA or OA?
I do 100% OA. That's the other thing is like, I don't want to spend time going to the store anymore. Have committed to myself that I won't do it. I'm just way more efficient at doing it all online. So
Oh, absolutely.
You're breaking
absolutely.
Cisco's heart right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It is
No,
so
I don't.
cool, though.
Yeah, I absolutely get the whole doing it OA. It's more efficient. You're get more of your time back. You can essentially gamify the whole process. I just find it fun touching Legos and touching different toys, and brings the kid
absolutely.
outside of me.
Do you mostly do toy RA?
No, I used to before, but now for the most part, my RA sticks to just like bolo items. But mostly it's OA now. So I would say I'm probably 90% OA and then 10% RA, depending if there's an actual like good opportunity, like seasonality or a bolo item that's out there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For the most part.
Yeah, lots of people tell me I have to go to the outlets. I need to go check out these spots for RA, and I'm just like, oh, I just don't want
Too much
to.
time.
It's too much.
So is there someone that you really like learned a lot from as far as like learning how to like get the hang of like Amazon FBA? Is there like a mentor that you had or?
I really didn't, and that's probably one of my biggest regrets. Like I've made probably every single mistake that a person could make, but now posting more on like Instagram and meeting so many other sellers like you guys, like I learned so much every single day. And before I started doing that, like I can't even imagine how long it would take me to learn like what I've learned in the past 3 months posting on Instagram. Like if I hadn't done that, I would be way further behind. Yeah.
I feel like, I think like, so me and Logan kind of debate this sometimes. I'm more on the mindset side. He's more of the, building connections. And I really think it's like a balance of both, of figuring out how to really scale your business, right? Like being in the right mindset to meet the right connections that can help you along and growing and not making the mistakes and so on and so forth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Amazon's really unique in that areas. Like I'm trying to think in my mind another like business in which so many different businesses are so like cooperative. I just can't think of anything like it, like the Amazon reseller space.
Yeah, it's really such a great community.
Yeah, and that's what you hear every time. Like we haven't interviewed someone, or I haven't heard someone that was like, oh, that community's terrible. Like everyone's like, oh, we're so helpful, we're all in this together. It's like
Yeah, it's just important because like everyone in this community, or at least most of the people, have an abundance mentality, and realizing that the Amazon game and reselling is just like so big, and there's plenty of room for everyone to be successful. So we can all help each other out, and we can all meet our goals together.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of mindset, Logan, I feel like your T-shirt means something.
So my T-shirt is actually a lie. I have new ones on the way, but I'll explain it. So
He's a liar.
I am a liar. I'm actually at 29%. So we're gonna pretend that this says 29. But
Okay.
But
the
it
shirt
doesn't.
is from. Just pretend. Lester, can you get this in the edit? Can you make this say 29? Please. We need to. I can't be lying on the podcast. But this shirt is from Nas Daily. He's a YouTuber who made it. And basically what it means is if I have the average life expectancy of a male in the US, then I'm 29% through my life. And I wear this shirt almost every day just as a reminder, to make the most out of every moment and every day.
I love that. Where can I get one of those?
NasDaily.com.
All right.
when you get past like 75%, can you make the bar turn red?
Probably. My goal is to get to 101%.
So how do you feel about death, Logan? I'm curious.
Whoa, we're interviewing me now. All right.
Yeah. We're jumping to you.
Okay.
We have kicked Logan off of the Doughboys, and Isabelle is part of the Doughboys now. It's the three of us now.
We're keeping it really light. So how do I
feel about death? I mean, I feel like this shirt is pretty self-explanatory of my stance. It's something that a lot of people might think is scary, but you can look at it in terms of motivation too, and realizing that one day we're all gonna die, so make the most of the life you've been given.
So,
all right,
Arb. So, what do you prefer to go by? I know that's your social media handle, Arb House, or just Isabelle?
You can just call me Isabelle.
All right, perfect. And so do you have? I know you mentioned like you kind of just learned by trial and error and kind of just jumping into the fire, but do you have like any like friends that do this as well, like in your area that like you guys motivate each other, or any just like family that supports you, or does your family know?
My family knows only because
Nice.
of all the evidence, that selling on Amazon leaves. But in terms of like other friends, I would say that no, not really. Like I'm starting to make friends now through social media, and I'm planning to maybe meet up with one or two people that I've met. For the most part, I think a lot of my friends are very confused by what we do selling on Amazon. They just don't get it. They're like, what do you mean you can sell it?
Your friends think it's illegal?
Yeah.
I got that question. They're like, is that legal?
Yes.
Every time.
Or they're like, that's sketchy. Like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Sketchy. I love that word. I haven't heard that word in so long.
That's not ethical. That's what my sister says. I'm like, okay, well,
It's literally the foundation for like how every inventory-based business operates.
Not only is it ethical, I guarantee you are taking part in what I'm doing. You're buying the stuff I'm selling.
Yeah, but it's like that's what Walmart does. They buy something for cheaper and then they resell it to you for more. That's how almost every inventory-based business operates. I don't know why when you start talking about e-commerce, people say it's unethical.
People just don't understand.
People don't understand how businesses work. Like they truly just can't conceptualize. If it's like a big company, then it's totally fine. But if it's an individual, then it's like totally wrong and unethical.
Yeah. So like most people, when they don't understand something, they try to poo-poo it. It's kind of like saying like a lot of people don't invest, and the reason why they don't invest into things is because they think it's gambling. I mean, if you're doing like options and day trading, it is a little bit of gambling, but there's other ways.
We're not supposed to go all in on Dogecoin?
No, you are 100%.
Okay. This is not financial advice. Don't sue us.
Yes, I have a lot of crypto, and it's not worth anything anymore.
For now.
For now.
Time in the market.
We'll see.
Hold fast.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Can I just give you
a saying?
Yeah, diamond hands. Don't sell.
Okay.
If you sell, you have paper hands. If you hold, you have diamond hands.
Yeah, I always hold.
Good.
I hold all my trash.
Yeah, you see, you're a hoarder. You were hoarding the boxes. Now you're hoarding seemingly worthless crypto.
It's not worthless, okay? It'll be something.
You still have
one day.
The apartment space issue, or are you not in New York City anymore?
I'm not in New York City anymore, and I actually have like a storage unit, which is connected to my building, which is like super helpful. But honestly, I don't even go down there that much. Sometimes, like I still have some eBay stuff, and when it sells, like Cisco said, you have to go down and you search, trudge through every box to find it.
So is all that like, do you have a 9 to 5 as well, or are you completely Amazon now?
Yeah. So I do also have a 9 to 5.
The only one.
Yeah. Keeps us busy, right?
100%.
Yeah, I do work from home, luckily. So like I can kind of sneak in some things during the day if I want to. But I've recently hired a VA, and I feel like I've taken a big step back on a lot of like miscellaneous tasks that used to stress me out so much. So that's been a game changer too.
Glad you said that.
Too. But
that's a big thing in Logan's mind. Outsource everything.
Everything.
Mr. Outsource everything.
outsource it all. So a lot of our viewers might be in the same boat where they, have a 9 to 5 and they're trying to balance being able to do that and run the Amazon business and maybe other obligations too. So do you have any tips for balancing both endeavors?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to realize that you cannot do everything yourself. And if you try to, you're going to just completely burn out. That's what I was trying to do for so long, and it's just not sustainable. So like you need to outsource, whether that's hiring a VA, just like automating as much as you can with softwares. Like you need to do all those steps and just pay for it. Like it's completely worth it. And the time that frees up for you, like you can reinvest that time in other like way higher ROI type of activities.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were just talking about that on one of our last recording ones. A lot of times people are scared to take that leap to get a new software, hire a VA or whatever it is to get some of their time back. But what they don't realize is when you do this, you're either going to have more of your free time back to do things that you enjoy, or it's just going to allow you to spend your time on higher ROI activities. Like the basic one is prep. No one should be doing all of their own prep because at the end of the day, that's like a minimum wage or low wage job. And your time should be spent instead finding or buying more profitable inventory because that's where your money is made.
100%. I think like it's such a simple idea, but people just like to cling on to like activities and things that they're familiar with. But like if you're working a 9 to 5, like think about the corporate ladder too. Like people are always trying to free up the lower level tasks to your lower level like analysts or whoever is underneath you and continue to climb up that strategic ladder. It's the same thing with business. Like you should always be looking, what's the next level? Like how else can I free up my time so I can go up to that next level and make more money or maybe just live more life, whatever that is for you. I couldn't agree more.
One thing that I caught on, you said that you used to live in New York. So where do you live now?
I'm in Boston now. So
You're in Boston now.
Okay. You went from New York to Boston.
Yes, not a long trip.
No.
Big rivalry there.
It is, yeah. Well, I grew up around here, so like this kind of feels like home. And I had gone to New York for college and then stayed there a little bit after college too, but I just kind of felt like coming back. I like Boston better.
You didn't like the Big Apple?
I mean, it's great, but I was just getting kind of tired and like it was too much. I couldn't keep up with New York City. Oh, Pats fan, yes. Wait, where'd you
go to school at?
I went to school at Fordham University. It's in the Bronx in New York. I'm a badass.
You sure are. Every time I think about the Bronx, I think of that Jackie Chan movie, Rumble in the Bronx. It's a great movie. Showing my age a little bit, but it's such a great movie.
Where are you all based out of?
So I am in Northern Virginia. I'm about like 20-ish minutes out of DC.
Nice.
Josh and I are both in small towns not too far from each other in Illinois. We're kind of by the St. Louis area, like an hour 15 from St. Louis. Small town.
Very cool.
You never want to go. There's nothing there.
Cisco came and visited us and he loved it.
And I was I was legit culture shocked that they have a dry city. Are you do you know what a dry city is?
So they don't sell any alcohol.
None.
That's Josh's city.
It used to be that way. It's not anymore. It used to be.
It was like that when I was there. And that was less than a year ago.
No, all gas stations, and we're not even getting on this rabbit trail. You said earlier, I want to go back. You said earlier that you outsourced all the things that were stressing you out. What sort of tasks were stressing you out in your business?
Honestly, like I just hate doing admin tasks. Like tracking my cost of goods, like listing products, like opening cases, like those types of things. Like I would spend my Saturday mornings doing, and every single morning I'd be like, this sucks. So I don't do any of that anymore. I also try to outsource my sourcing. We're still in the ramp up period there. But that's going to be the next hurdle for me. I was prioritizing the admin stuff because it's painful and it's low skill, and I shouldn't be doing it anymore.
So is your VA doing all admin stuff right now?
Yeah, she's mostly doing admin, and then she'll do sourcing for like maybe 2 to 3 hours per week, but most of her time is just miscellaneous admin stuff.
Okay, cool. So for the most part, you're doing all the sourcing right now?
Yes, for the most part. And I do use some like lead lists too, which helps reduce, but I do still do most of my
Do you
sourcing.
mind sharing which ones you're using?
I'm in the Reseller University's Discord group.
Okay.
So they release leads every single day. And if you want $50 off, DM me.
Yeah. We'll put a link down below so that you can use Isabel's code.
We're all about the shameless plugs.
Yo.
Do you guys recommend any lead lists or like?
Yeah, OA Alphas.
Yeah, I could recommend
like
OA
yours.
Alpha. Actually, the Wolf list is pretty good.
The Lions list
We're
is decent too.
Line list is solid. We're coming out with a new one a week from
Right.
tomorrow. It's going to be the Eagle list. We're launching a third one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I
not
was actually
sure.
gonna hop on the
Logan's been
Eagle
saying
list.
that
That's really one
forever,
of
so
my
I don't
favorites.
know.
Yeah.
No, it's actually happening a week from tomorrow. We got it finalized. I have been
You
saying
sound-
it for a while though.
You sound like Go Aura, where they were going to release their,
Hey,
AI
it was a
razor
build up.
Q1.
We just wanted to make sure we were going to get it perfect for our clients.
So how many businesses do you have, Logan?
Oh, quite a few.
Keep track of all of them.
We have
Hey,
this
some
ongoing
people are
joke.
serial killers. Logan's a serial business starter.
No, he's just a robot. Okay.
Can't confirm or deny.
Well, I'm so sorry that I did not say.
That's all right. I guess it'll be okay.
We can
He'll
cut
live.
it.
Hey.
No, I always tell people though, for real, they should try out different lists because like the job of a leads list company is to provide good leads. But at the end of the day, everyone has different, nuances that they want out of their own specific business. So, I would recommend trying out a few different companies, and it also exposes you to different, websites and sales and ways of sourcing and things like that too. So especially as you're getting into OA, try out a few different leads lists and see what you like.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure OA Alphas is one of them.
That one's
Yeah.
next on the list.
There definitely is a bunch. And then I remember like being on like 5 for like 2 months specifically because I wanted to see, 1, what stores everyone was sourcing. And then 2, I just wanted to have an idea of like what everyone was selling, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And I think one thing that I found out is that, except for one lead list just sucked, but a lot of the lead lists out there are decent if you know how to use them. I mean, there's different ways to use them, and I think one of the biggest takeaways I took was ungating myself in a couple things. RIP Coach, because Coach was one of the ones that I got ungated in
Right.
from a leads list, but
Great.
soon you won't be able to sell Coach. Delta Faucets is a good one. If anyone ever.
I'm-
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, that was a weird one, and I never thought to like source Delta Faucets.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It opens up your horizons.
Huh.
Didn't you get 9 ASINs off a lead list?
I gotta know. I didn't. I did not get 9 ASINs off of the leads list.
But it opened
Right.
you up to that category, right? There was something to do with 9 ASINs on a leads list.
No, you definitely told me about 9 ASINs,
Okay, I told you about 9 ASINs.
and then we saw it in a Discord, and then
Oh yeah.
we
And
flooded.
then we flooded the Discord so that no one would see the ASIN. Somebody posted like one of the best ASINs of all time in a free Discord. So we started like flooding the chat so no one would see
So
it.
they posted it, and then they asked, "Does anybody know
hilarious.
how to get ungated in X?" Right? And then we're
We do, but we're not going to tell you.
Yeah. So we just flooded it.
What
Bunch of
happened to
random-
abundance mindset, Logan?
Listen,
The
there's
thing
an
is-
abundance of ASINs. I'm not going to share that one.
But the thing was with this one is that it would have been fine, but the brand itself only had a handful of ASINs on Amazon. Like it's not like it. The brand itself only had like what 5? I guess 9 ASINs.
9 ASINs.
9 ASINs. I mean, there was like bundles and stuff, but like if anybody found out, everyone would know our storefronts.
Yeah.
What's your favorite free Discord group? Random question.
Amazon Alphas.
Okay.
Miles and Warner was always pretty good. What's
Okay.
it called?
Was.
The Launchpad or something like that.
Mm.
There's a lot of people in there, but yeah, that one's pretty solid. Let me see what other ones I'm in.
My question is, why is the Amazon community so obsessed with Discord? Like, I never,
Where business is done. I love Discord.
I'd never heard of it before getting
Amazon?
involved with Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
never
it's a
really-
e-commerce
I didn't
thing.
use it super heavy till Amazon either. I don't know.
There's
Yeah.
there's two kinds of people that use Discord. You've got your Amazon people that are making lots of money through Discord, and then you have your gamers.
Yeah, it's gamers and e-com.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
that's it.
That's
either
really it.
spending your life on a game or talking to friends or making a lot of money. But I mean, really, the way like Discord was, I think it's because it's the way it's set up. You can have like a very good organization of a lot of different people involved
Mhm.
in a space. So I think that's why they're obsessed with it.
And it's a free tool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
It's
kind of
like-
reminds me of Slack, but like gamer
It's
vibe.
it's exactly Slack or WebEx or any other like corporate chat, but exactly, it's gamified and it's free for everyone to use.
Mhm. All right. Well, mystery solved.
Mystery solved. All right, so we do have a segment of the podcast where we, I spitfire questions at you, okay, and you don't have much time to think. You have to just answer, and if you do take more than 10 seconds to answer, you have to give us some free ASINs. Okay. I'm just kidding. No free ASINs,
Sound
but
like the people in my DMs.
the point of the segment is just for you to just give a gut instinct answer to the question. Some of them are going to be Amazon, some of them are going to be business, and then some of them are just going to be random and just thrown out there. Okay.
Oh God,
All
I'm
right.
scared.
Don't be. It's only like a handful of questions. We'll start off with what's more important, a prep center or a VA?
Prep center.
Do you plan to go wholesale?
One day.
Bucket list vacation spot?
Can it be somewhere I've already been?
No. Bucket
Oh.
list.
Bali.
Ooh, okay. Boston or New York?
Boston.
Favorite social media personality that's not Amazon related
Or Doughboys.
or Doughboys?
I think I failed this one.
Oh, it's okay.
I
We'll
don't
jump into the
know.
next one.
There's all your ASINs.
Yep, all of them. Favorite storefront to stock? Just kidding. Favorite software?
Be cool.
Okay. I can dig that. Be cool. And then
That's really-
lastly, your biggest failed ASIN.
A recent one. So do I just tell you everything?
If you
I-
want.
Spill the beans.
Yeah.
I bought a ton of the brand is Trina Turk swimsuits. They are the worst purchase I have ever made. I bought like hundreds of them because they were selling like crazy, but they all get returned and they all pretty much get marked as customer damage because people will like return them without. On women's swimsuits, there's like a safety thing at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So then they just immediately get marked as customer damaged. And I have so many of them, like I'm just gonna have to throw them away.
Free swimsuits.
I don't know. But yeah, that's
Ironically enough that you're talking about not liking selling swimsuits. Logan loves selling bras from Kohl's.
But yeah, bras were a huge part of my business.
You are exposing
just
my
for fun though, right? Not about the money.
Oh,
No.
it's
It was about the money.
definitely- we saw
So I would go to checkout with like 2 carts full of bras, and the cashier would be like, "Wow, you must have a lot of girlfriends."
Yeah, that's what it was.
There's always
like,
some
"You're
kind
a
of comment like that. It's like, yeah, you
Those
know.
are the real big player over here.
Explain
He's gotta
why
buy
you were
1,000
buying so many
for
bras.
How many girlfriends?
Okay,
Obviously, they're
bras-
profitable, but what made them so profitable?
Okay,
He
so
didn't even say
bras,
women. He just went straight for girlfriends. Like you have 10 girlfriends, and you're buying
way more than 10. I had 2 carts full of
100 bras
It was
for
like
all of
100
them.
bras.
Like what do they wear?
That's-
3 bras a day? What kind of math?
I don't
is
know.
that?
Yeah, it was a
How
weird
awkward is
conclusion to
that?
jump to.
That's
I just thought it
another
was funny.
reason why I don't do RAs. Because
Yeah.
like conversations with the cashier are always so awkward and uncomfortable.
That's true.
And I
No,
can't do it.
bras are so good at Kohl's because of how many discount tiers they have. So you start off at the clearance, which is like 65 to 85% off already. Then you're going to go in on a mystery shop day. You're going to go to eBay. You're going to spend $3 on a 40% off coupon code. So now all of your bras are going to be another 40% off. Then you're going to get 30% back in Kohl's Cash. Then you're going to get 7.5% back in Yes to You. Then you're going to get 2 to 4% back on your credit card printing money.
I can't tell
But
you
you
how
don't-
many
you don't get a
free
Rakuten
bras
check
I
for
got
that.
from Kohl's. I know because I was de-stickering all of them.
They are a pain. The clearance stickers from Kohl's are the worst.
When you talk about getting rid of mindless tasks, that was my job. I got rid of the. The mindless.
Josh was the mindless task taker.
Yep.
I was the what's that in The Office? The flush, when Gabe's talking about being the flush guy. When he saw the problem go away.
He's the toilet of Tallahassee.
Yeah, I was the toilet of Alpha whatever
Prep.
it was. Yeah.
I don't think you should refer to yourself like that.
Yeah.
Josh, you were the
I don't-
manager. Come on.
I don't see you in that light.
Yeah. Give yourself some more credit.
Josh,
Yeah.
prep is an essential function. Like if you
Without
weren't
it, it
taking
doesn't
off
run.
those stickers, those bras never would have made it out the door.
And
And they wouldn't have made it to all of Logan's
without
girlfriends.
tagging those
Exactly.
boxes.
My girlfriends wouldn't
correctly,
have bras without you, Josh.
Just try and send a box in overweight to Amazon and just watch what happens.
Definitely don't. All right. Isabelle, thank you so much for joining us. Viewers, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.